Welcome, Zentangle friends. My name is Emmy. I'm a CZT, which means I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. I've been teaching Zentangle since 2014, so it's 10 years. I am loving that I'm here with you, and I'm appreciating that you're here with me. So thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that we are doing together. I'm so grateful. I'm going to use my usual supplies today. I'm going to use my 01 micron. I'm going to use my PN pen like I always do. And I have a blender stump and a trusty pencil. Any pencil will do, of course. I also don't think I'll need it, but I do have a kneaded eraser in case I do need it. Today, yes, I know you're thinking about what you're grateful for, and I am thinking about being grateful for the fact that I can laugh at myself. Oh my goodness. There is always a lot going on here and a lot to be grateful for. Calibree has a lot of interesting and unusual variations. The first one I'm going to show you is pretty simple. So I'm putting Calibree is by Nancy Domnauer. She's a CZT from California. I've met her. She's a lovely, lovely person. And I think you'll like this tangle. It reminds me a lot of the Zentangle tile or pattern called bales. If you've ever heard of bales, that's just a simple line and a line like this. Bales is just like this. And it's just seeds together, and you sow a lot of seeds together all over the place in a random way, or you can use this as a wonderful border too. But that is a Zentangle tile or pattern, keep saying that, sorry, called bales. Today is a little different. Today is designed specifically, and I can't resist doing it this way. So I'm going to start by making an inward seed. I'm going to continue making a second seed. Actually, it's 1/2 of a seed, right? It's also 1/2 of a crescent. And then I'm going to do another, and I'm going to turn my work so it's in front of me, and I'm going to make another one. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go from point to point. Watch. I'm going to come in with a second seed. I'm going to do this again on the other side. And then I'm going to do it this way too. And this is when I attach dots to each corner so that I can grow this tangle. And I could grow it in any direction. But to grow it, what we need to do is go out like this, an opposite direction. So we're more or less closing that first line that we made. Remember this one here? We're going to close it the other direction too. We're going to do the same thing the other direction. We're going to close it this way. And we're going to close it this way. So hers is meant to be, and you can see mine's wonky, and wonky is always good, in my opinion. So watch what we're going to do next, and then follow along. This is going to become the innie for the next one. I'm going to come along here like this and make a second line. You're going to get to see this 4 times, so I think that you'll come up with it. And then I'm going to make that crescent the other direction. I hope it doesn't confuse you, but I'm going to turn this. I'm going to use that dot that I had here and make another crescent inward. And then I'm going to make one off this way too. Now that I have my basic box, I'm going to make another innie like that, a ribbon more or less. Turn, do another one, and another one the other direction. Is this pretty or what? So if I wanted, that's when I can put this on the other side. So what I'm going to do is make the dots in the corner like I did before. They're pretty substantial. And then I'm going to complete the seed, and connect these 2 dots and complete the seed. I can go on and on and on with this very, very, very fun tangle. What I'd like to do here with these is just do a series of dots inside. The one I'm going to do on my calendar is going to be quite a bit different, quite a bit more extensive. I like the dots. I'm working on kind of a light brown paper here, so that takes shading really, really well. So before I leave this pretty thing, I'm going to add a little shading to it. Dots are just an embellishment, but they are also one of the first, or one of the foundations that we would do on this too. Okay, so shading. I'm going to shade in here, all four sides. And I'm going to shade the other two sides as well. I'm going to shade out here, inside and outside of the seed. And I'm palming my pencil again so that you can see that it's very much meant to be worked on its side, not like a pencil, not up and down, on the side this time. And the last one. So there are more techniques that we can add into this, but let's finish off what we have and maybe we'll add a little more embellishment. But smudge that in. It shows up really, really well, I hope. I hope it's really good for you on my tan tile. I certainly will always have thought it did, so that I end up with three colors. I end up with the basic piece of paper tile color. I end up with black, and I end up with gray. So I really quite enjoy the idea of this. I'm gonna leave that and go over to my way cool one that I made. Look, look, look. Isn't it fun? I couldn't help it. I just got going on this thing, and this is the very same thing you just saw, with a lot more shading and some white on it too. What I'm going to do is work on day 10 in this spot here. And I won't have room, as you know, for a ton of work on here. So I'll keep this handy in case it is of interest or help to you. Oops, how about if I turn it so you could even see it? Would you like that? Sorry. Okay, I have room for a couple of them here. So I'm going to start working a little smaller with the innie, the half a seed, and the half a seed that comes in the other direction. I'm going to turn and do a seed this way and this way. The next thing I'm going to do is make this smaller on the inside by making this even more. And I'm going to do the other two directions also. These are more or less my sample pages, so you know that I don't have a ton of room. So this one's going to go out all the way around, and I like to put the dot there first. So they're going to be my innie for my next one. So watch, that's going to go like that. And then out here, I'm going to make another, remember it was like this. So then I will go in here, and this one is going to go in here. I already have my second line here, so I don't need to add another, but I will add one here and one here. One here. Isn't this fun? I hope you love it too. dots. And that is a nice finish piece, don't you think? I can go in any direction I want on this. And maybe I feel like going down here. If I do, I'm going to make another one that is going to end up an innie. And then I need a second one, don't forget. Then I'm going to make another one here. I already have pretty substantial dots, so I'm not worried about that. And here's the other two inward pieces. I'm going to close that a secondary line that comes in and back to the start. And I'm going to do the same thing down here, next to it here. This one, you see, does not have an inline or an outline, so I have to do that like that to create the the in look. Now I'm going to make an aura that comes from the corner and back out, from the corner, back out, from the corner and out, and this one is already finished. Got dots in the corner. I'm pretty good on this. I'm going to make one like this and one like this. Once you start working on this fun thing, you just can't help yourself. You just want to keep going. I have enough room here to darken in these little areas, these little corner pieces here of each of the 4 that I made. So I would like to add that little bit there. I also like to add a little bit of whiskers on all of these. Easier for me to keep it in front of me, so I'm keep turning my work. There's a lot of detail in a tile like in a pattern like this, but I think it's worth it. I just think it's a hoot. I hope you like it. And I still have these 2. Now I'm going to add some shading. Pencil. And I'm going to shade over these little whisker thick bits that I made. Looks to me like I forgot one. Easy to do. So many things in here. So many things going on. I hope you're having a nice day or evening wherever you are. I've had a lot of fun doing this. Now I have a little bit of room that I can put a tiny bit of shading in here. I won't put much. I don't even know if you can see it. I hope you can, but it isn't much this time because this, for one thing, is a small area. So if you want more shading, you can certainly make these larger. I have quite a lot of shade on my blender stump, so that really helps. I don't feel like I have to go to town too much on this. I think I'd like to add a little bit of heavy shading all around the whole piece. If you want to download this calendar, it's on Tada, which is day number 1, and it's right at the end of the comments or the description. So I really hope you enjoyed this, and I'm really glad to see you today. Remember, this was the one that I made that was pretty elaborate. On the other hand, I just think it's a hoot. It's so much fun. That's just tipple. This is flux. And then this is this pattern called Calibree. Thank you for being here with me. I do appreciate it. If you think somebody else would enjoy this, please take time to share it. And I will see you another day, hopefully for day 11. Thanks again. Bye.